Africans are straight. That's what we do. Man, woman, child, the Holy Trinity. Africans are straight. We do not bend. It is not in our cultural tradition. It's not part of our history. Look at the records, bro.
So here's an article on the BBC News. Uganda anti-homosexuality bill. Life in prison for saying you're gay. People who identify as gay in Uganda risk life in prison after Parliament passed a new bill to crack down on homosexual activities. It also includes the death penalty in certain cases. The debate around the bill had led to fear of more attacks on gay people.
There's a lot of blackmail. People are receiving calls that if you don't give me money, I'll report that you are gay.
The bill is one of the toughest pieces of anti-gay legislation in Africa. Homosexual acts are already illegal in Uganda, but this bill introduces many new criminal offences. This deeply repressive legislation will institutionalize discrimination, hatred, and prejudice against LGBTI people, said Amnesty International's director for Eastern Southern Africa, obviously a paid boy, well paid by the West, of course, a transplant. Anti-homosexual sentiment was prominent in the media, and activists who wanted to remain anonymous told the BBC. There was no queer community in Africa until Westerners injected their ideas. Members of the queer community have been blackmailed, extorted for money, or even lured into traps for mob attacks. In some areas, the law enforcers are using the current environment to extort money from people who they accuse of being gay. Even some families are reporting their own children to the police. The bill will now go to President Museveni, who can choose to use his veto and maintain good relationships with Western donors and investors. Wow. They could not be more naked about this. If you want the cash, if you want the money from us, if you want the money, sign, yeah? Or we will sanction you, we will defund you. This is why the Taliban threw the Western nations out of their country. This is why they're trying to debase the core morality of indigenous people. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to ruin indigenous people. They're trying to inject them with foreign ideas, and it's disgusting. Let's hope President Museveni can keep the faith and stay strong, and let the bill pass. Let this bill pass. Let this bill pass. He has made several anti-gay comments in recent weeks and also criticized Western countries for putting pressure on Uganda over the issue. Isn't that what I've said? Another gay rights activist accused the government of using the bill to distract the public from its failures to address some of their pressing economic concerns. They are trying to drum up anti-gay rhetoric to divert attention from really what is important to Ugandans in general. There is no reason why you should have a bill that criminalizes individuals that are having consensual same-sex adult relationships. There's plenty of reasons why you should penalize people in sexual relationships. You're not allowed to have relations with non-humans. Polygamy is also illegal in England and Wales, right? I can't have two wives. Who do you think is funding LGBTQ plus rights activists? Where do you think the money for her organization is coming from? Do you think it's coming from indigenous Ugandans? Or do you think it's coming from Western nations? Where do you think her money comes from? Who do you think funds her platform? Same-sex relations are banned in about 30 African countries where many people uphold conservative religious and social values.
Africans are straight. That's what we do. You need to get over it. Look at the records and leave us alone. Leave us alone.